gonna make the profiles boom, 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 boom. What they is, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is right here on Gunner's profile. What it is real talk in real life by a real one who's really been there and done that. What it ain't is added preservatives, man. No sugar in the tank, no bananas up the old tailpipe, no, none of that bullshit, man. I'm not trying to bamboozle anyone and give anyone misdirection, poison, propaganda, none of that. We don't do that right here. Now, usually on Sundays, I like to get into something that's near and dear to my heart, which are wrestling profiles. This Sunday, we're not going to do none of that. Reason being is Vatos ain't feeling it. They're like, Sasuke, if I wanted to watch wrestling, I'll watch some white guy over here with crazy ass hair, big old glasses talking about, hey, Sasuke, I'm macho man. Oh, yeah. And I'm like, orale. Okay. You know what? I usually don't let anyone dictate my program, but because the wind's blowing this Sunday, I'm going to give you guys some gangster shit, right? Because that's what seems people want to hear. They want to hear drama. They want to hear gangster. They want to hear what's going on. So I'm going to talk about the definition of a gangster. As you can tell by that thumbnail, in a menudo style, in a direct fashion, I'm going to get straight into it. Real ones. What separates real gangsters from wannabe gangsters? People that think being gangsters is cool. You know, people that think what entails a gangster. You know, everyone gets this misconception and this perception that a gangster has to be all taquiated down, that a gangster has to have a big old fucking whip, and has to have a certain look to him. And for the most part, man, when you're in prison, you're incarcerated, this is the stilo. Okay, this is the stilo. Vatos go out there, brocha, and it's not because they want to look a certain way and they want to look hard and they want to intimidate. That there could be a little bit of that reasoning behind it, but for the most part, people are bored, eh? You know what I mean? People was cracking, they orderly like dub. People are bored and they just want to try different stilos, different styles, and they're just letting their fucking whip grow out till it can't grow out no more. Oh, so I scared, fuck it, I got nothing but time. I'm gonna see how thick my shit can get. Orderly, down to my chin bone. Orderly, there we go, cabron. And it's on. Tattoos, again, boredom. A lot of people get tattoos because they're symbolizations of what something means to them, man. Their jefita's name, rest in peace to one of their homeboys, their barrio, their hood. They want to represent and let everyone know exactly where they come from. You know, their area code, Sasuke, the day they were established, 1976 or whatever the fuck may be. But at the end of the day, tattoos are a part of life. It's tradition in prison. Most people get incarcerated. They get all taquiated down. It's boredom, man. This doesn't make you a gangster. I've seen a dude that had not a fucking lick of tattoo, not even a dot under his eye, right? Nothing, and he was the motherfucking most hardest gangster I've ever seen in my life. I mean, just be like that sometimes. So tattoos don't make the man makes the tattoos, and that's just what it is. But the definition of a true gangster, as you can see by those two individuals that are right there on the thumbnail, those are gangsters, right? And they're gangsters because not only do they rock with the gang mentality, man, they're true to the shit that they believe in. Okay, they're going to continue to rock in a righteous fashion. They knew what they signed up for and they continued in that struggle. Now, let me tell you, it's a hard struggle, whether it be a norteño, a sureño, an africano brother, of course, a white boy, sprinkle them in. They got some hardships too. Everybody got a struggle that they believe in. Everyone is struggling through their twists and turns. And this is the true measure of a gangster, man. A mentality, the way you think, the way you feel, the way you wake up in the morning, you're like, Sasuke, I already know I got to bust down. Damn, I know it's going to fucking hurt my heart. Damn, I know I have to go out there and hit someone with a big old piece of metal. Damn, it's going to be ugly. I'm putting myself in bad situations. But they got that gangster mentality. They got that I don't give a fuck mentality. They got that mentality that says, you know what? I truly am dedicated and believe in my cause. I'm going to get with this real gangster shit, right? And what's the definition of a gangster on the streets? What do we consider? Because there's a big misconception that gang members are all gangsters. Charlie, Holmes, I told you that a long time ago. Just because you're from a street gang doesn't make you a gangster. You might have grew up right there in the water. You might have ate tacos right there from that same taco truck where all the real gangsters ate them. You might wear Cortezes, have a tattoo, a Mongolian, Sasuke, a Charlie Brown, and boogum. Think you're a gangster, but at the end of the day, man, just because you look a certain way and dress a certain way and act a certain way doesn't mean you are that way. You know, you'll find out who a real gangster is when real gangster shit pops off. That's why you have several individuals on SNY yards in there, PC'd up. People that when it came time to do some real gangster shit, folded for one reason or another. Now, I'm not going to knock the next man. I'm not going to say, Sasuke, you have to do this. But man, when you're all taquiated down and you get your water on you and you get your hood on you and it is what it is, man, get into that real gangster shit. Now, I myself got into some real gangster shit. You know, a lot of times, man, I was involved in a lot of gangster shit. Did that make me a true gangster? Charlie. I got involved in gangster shit. I got involved in gang banging. I got involved in organized crime. I got involved in certain elements, you know what I mean, that I can't speak about, man, because that'd be too much knowledge that you definitely couldn't get in college. But at the end of the day, that didn't make me a true gangster. A true gangster never stops being one. Okay, I decided to fall on back. I decided that if for no other reason, man, it wasn't working out well for me. Well, Sasuke, I didn't decide. They decided it for me. But at the end of the day, it was decided, okay? That I guess I didn't have the qualities or the motherfucking resume that stated that I could really be about that gangster life. And that's cool, man. To each their own, whatever you want to believe. I'm not going to knock the next man. If you decided you want to step back because of your familia, if you decided you have an epiphany and all of a sudden you see the Lord, if you decide that for one reason or another, man, it's just not working out for you, then guess what? You never were what you thought you were. You never were a gangster. Because see, gangster shit don't stop. The definition of a real gangster does not stop. They will always only be that and just that. I learned that a long time ago. Vato had a whip fucking from his nose hairs all the way down to the bottom of his chest, right? And I said, damn, this motherfucker's a gangster. This vato was a straight chavala. He was the weakest individual I ever met in my life. He was too busy on the black. Okay, I gotta get it, right? He was not what I picked. It was what I pictured as a gangster, what I was taught. Oh, look, that's a gangster right there. But in reality, man, he was a poop butt. Okay, he portrayed that image, but he wasn't about that life. Okay, now these vatos that are on the thumbnail are definitely about that life. Those are two individuals, man, that have been incarcerated their whole life. You know, have always stuck to the grind, are still righteous within their organization. I'm not going to speak on their names. Those that know who they are, know who they are. Those that don't, so I was scared. Let's just say they're gangsters, right? We're going to give it to them in a menudo style in direct fashion, allegedly. Now, I will say this, going up in the Central Valle, there's a whole lot of gang shit going on. There was a whole lot of gangster shit going on underneath the cobijas that people didn't know about. And I'm not just talking about mamones. There was some real shit happening. Okay, and everyone always trips and thinks that the main vatos that are tacare and doing this, they're the ones running the programa. But Charlie Holmes, it's never that. It's always the quiet vato with the lentes in the back, sitting down like dum, 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 dum. He's playing chess, Holmes, not checkers. See, that's part of real gangster shit. Anyone could be a gangster. Okay? If you get your mind right and you shine right and you put your mind to it, you could be a gangster. Does it make you bigger and badder than a regular man? No, it don't. No, it don't. It just means that's the way of life, the road that you walk down. You follow the yellow brick road. You follow the yellow brick road into gangster life, into a gangster mentality, into some gangster shit. And I understand. You know, I understand the situation. But what defines a man of being a gangster? I'm gonna tell you right now, man. It's a man that is willing and truly committed to his belief system. Okay? Not necessarily prison, gang members, criminal organizations, pegadas, stabbings, shootings, speeding people. This is not gangster shit, right? That is part of the life of being a gangster. Yes, you can consider them vatos that are doing that and continue to do that to the end of time. Gangsters, but you want to know what some real gangster life shit is? I'm going to tell you what a gangster's getting up in the morning, so get putting on your boots, going out to the fields, getting that check on Friday, you're breaking your old lady off some money, making sure your kids have nice clothes and shoes for school, making sure that you fucking read with your little daughter, man, help her do her homework. Now that's some gangster shit, right? That's gangster shit. It takes a real gangster to do things like that. Okay? Now I'm not going to knock the next man that doesn't have the capabilities or is not able to do that. That is out there putting it down for his situation. That's gangster shit as well. I'm just saying, in behind my eye, but my mentality, the way I think, Sasuke, because I think a little bit different. I consider gangster shit motherfuckers that get up in the morning. So I was like, damn, I don't want to go to work, Holmes. But guess what, man? My motherfucking kid needs formula, even though we know there's no formula in the United States. My kid needs some shoes. So I need a fucking badass jersey because the Raiders just got Devontae. God damn it, man. My old lady, Sasuke, she wants her nails done. I know that's poop butt shit. But I mean, it is what it is. Fuck it, right? Now that's gangster shit. Okay? People have always considered the definition of a gangster, someone who's willing to go out there and just kill people and hurt people. Now, the gangster is the one that could talk it out. The one that could sit back and analyze things, man, and minimize the less damage to himself and his camaradas, his homeboys. The one that has that mindset to lead and not follow. The one that's willing to put himself on the front line for his gente, for his people, be the voice of his people, the voice of reason, the walk of reality. These are the gangsters. Well, Gunner, you speak for the raza. I don't speak for the raza, right? I speak with the raza. I speak with the people. Do I consider myself a gangster? Hell no, we won't go, right? I don't consider myself a gangster, but I consider that some gangster shit. See, I'm willing to put my face on the forefront. I'm willing to fight for what I believe in. I've always been like that. Even when I was a norteño, a gang member, not a gangster, a gang member, I was willing to go the extra mile, travel that dark road, go the extra distance, do just a little bit more than others because I was a true, firm believer in the cause. I still love the norteño cause. I still love the Southsider cause. I still love the Bulldog cause, right? I love everything that entails, but at the end of the day, I know it's not for me because I don't want to do no more tiempo. I care about my kids enough to say, Charlie, you know, I ain't gonna go out there in the guys and wiggle with the motherfucking drumstick, you know what I mean? But I keeps me one, allegedly, right? This is just life. And I keep me a drumstick up here, not down there. You should be able, as a gangster, to facilitate conversation, to chop it up with the next man, the rival faction, the opposition, and be respected. Real gangsters are respected. These two vatos on the thumbnail garner a lot of respect. They garner a lot of respect because they're down with their historia. See, they play an intricate part into the history of their group organization, man, and what they've been doing, and they've never faltered, okay? There are some vatos, of course, that, you know, feel some type of way about certain people. They don't like them just off the rip and whatever. They're going to say whatever they want to say, but at the end of the day, man, you have to say that's some real G shit, man, to have never faltered, to continue to strive and struggle for what you believe in. And it's hard, man. It's hard. You never know what life brings you. You always can get put in different situations, man, different areas, different places, man, where you come up short or the numbers are against you. And the true measure of yourself is how you carry yourself in them situations. Do you fold? Do you crumble? Do you look over the wall? Fuck that, there's a pit bull over there. And go back down? Charlie Holmes, you jump that motherfucker fence. You say, and when it comes up, you feed it a little something, and then you walk with it. Then you jump the other fence and you're gone. Who got played? Gangster shit, right? There's a lot of gangsterisms, mannerisms, and things that you will learn along the way in life. Now, just because you're like, you know what, I ain't about that life. I think gangsters are crazy. I think they're stupid or dumb or whatever you may be feeling in the back of your mind. You know, I'm a man. I work for mines. That's gangster shit too. You a gangster, bro. You a gangster for that one. Sasuke, just like they say, Sasuke, hey, damn, gun, you crazy. What, you a gangster for that one? Well, maybe I am. But at the end of the day, I don't consider myself one. You know, I don't consider myself one because I don't believe I have what it takes to be a true gangster. Not a lot of people in this world. Gangsters are far and few between. You know, gang members are not gangsters. I told you that, man. People that are out there on the streets that are really, and I mean, and even behind those prison walls that are really committed, that are really about that are fucking firm believers in stopping the oppression of the people. Damn, right there are some fucking gangsters right there. Now, I'm telling you, the definition of a gangster, I'm going to tell you about one person that I met. It was my tío, okay? My tío loved his family first and foremost. He loved the norteño cause. He was a fucking Northern Structure member when it first started. He was full-fledged and dedicated. When he got called back to go in, homes, boom, that vato Sasuke caught him a violation. He was quick to do whatever he had to do, and he loved his familia. He loved his family, and I don't mean like as far as like his kids and being there, because I know people are going to say, well, if he loved his family, why did he go in jail? Why wasn't he there for his kids? Sasuke, he was committed to two lives, okay? He had two lives. He had this life right here, his familia, his structure, his norteño cause, man, that he was committed to. And then he loved his family dearly. He laced me up. He gave me the clecha. He gave me the game, man. It was my mom's favorite brother. You know what I mean? He loved all his nieces and nephews, man. It was crazy because when we had his funeral, all his nieces and nephews jumped up. I was the first one, of course, to speak on his behalf. And then every niece and nephew got up there and had something good to say about him because we felt his energy. We felt his love. See, now he was a real gangster. Okay, he never hesitated to take the shirt off his back and give it to you. He never hesitated to take the motherfucking shirt off your back if you had to. He never hesitated to give you game or to just sit there and he never fucking did not answer the phone. If I called him, Theo, Sasuke, I need a ride, he'd be like, fuck you, puto, where you at, right? He was one of them motherfuckers, right? Just a real one. I consider him a gangster. He was not just a gangster in prison, and oh, he was all that, but he was a gangster in life. Just the way he did it was smooth with a purpose, right? He had that look. He had him shook. He was a crook. It was what it was, man. But at the end of the day, he's no longer here. But to me, I was blessed and able to be around someone of that nature, someone of that, that character. Not a lot of people are privileged to be around a real gangster. The definition of one. But a lot of people get a misconception and they think that all of a sudden in order to be a gangster, Sasuke, I gotta have a whip and my hair got to go back, or I gotta be bald or a tattoo and all that. And I once thought that. Oh, believe me, I got that yada dance. I thought I was the one. Got it with the Mongolian, with my hair back and forth, with my, I was out there fucking doing my thing. And at the end of the day, I realized, that was a poop butt. That I wasn't the one. Didn't matter how much people I fucking did this to or that to, allegedly, or who I killed or what. None of that meant anything. I didn't make the necessary sacrifices to be considered a gangster. I fucked up from the beginning. I should have stood 10 tones down and voiced my opinion, my righteous opinion that I have as a man, and said, Charlie Holmes, I'm not going to do this because someone else tells me I got to do it. I'm going to do it because I want to or I don't want to. I was fucked from the gate. I showed inadequacies to be a real gangster. A real gangster, man, stands on his own, stands on his 10 right from the gate. And it doesn't matter if you join a group organization, you're part of that. That's up to you, man, to be part of whatever you want to be part of. There's no poison intended here. I'm not saying don't love the cause. What I'm saying is be a voice that's heard, man. Be a man. Be the definition of a true gangster. That's a real one. Not the motherfucking babosos that are saying, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? A real gangster already knows what he has to do. You don't have to pick up a cuete to be a G. The real G's, man, don't need cuetes. They got the motherfucking mouthpiece to facilitate the dope rhyme. They got the mouthpiece to make sure that you're not even put in that situation where you have to use a cuete. You know what I mean? Vatos fear and respect them enough to know, man, I ain't fucking with that motherfucker. He's a gangster, right? Straight up. Those are the real ones. Anyways, I just wanted to put out this little spiel and let everyone know right here on Profiles, not only will we be doing extensive profiles, not only will we be doing intricate profiles, not only will I be bringing you some of that real gangster shit, right? That I also wanted to touch you with some news, some hood news right here, and also just some things that are on my mind and a look into my historia and a little bit of getting to know the gun and some of my cool war stories that I've been involved in. So this is the channel for that. On Gunners Collected, I'm gonna bang. You already know what it is. I'm gonna boop, 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 boop. But over here, I'm gonna give you a little bit of everything. If you're liking this, man, you already know what you have to do. Please move fast with a purpose. Go out there and get it for your familia. Hustle. Be a gangster, bro. Be a real one. Get up and do what you do for your familia. That's what I consider a G shit. Anyways, with that being said, I hope that you move fast with a purpose and go out there and really get that. Please hit that like and subscribe if you're liking this. There's a notification bell. Please tap it one time. You'll get informed of every different video that I drop. I drop 2 daily. One right here on Gunners Profiles. Another one over there on Gunners Collective. Yeah, I just dropped one. Bang, bang, we're making it happen. If you don't like me, if you think I'm a J-Cat, if you just don't like what I'm pushing, man, you can hit that thumbs down. Here's the head, where's the crown. Gracias for the view. And I know you're watching, even you haters that don't like me. I got to see you run the cranca. Orale, allegedly. You already know what it is. Gunners Profiles. We get it in. Bang, bang.